The arena of Karthix Prime shimmered beneath twin suns, its obsidian floor etched with ancient runes. Thousands of non-human eyes watched as the duel reached its brutal end. Across the ring stood champion Vrexel of the Thrisser, being taller than a cargo hauler, plated in emerald chitin, 4 arms each, gripping a crackling energy blade. And then there was the human. Captain Elias Morgan was on one knee, his helmet cracked, his breath shallow. His saber lay meters away, scorched and bent. The last strike had sent him skidding across the stone like discarded scrap. The arena erupted in laughter. "He's finished," a commentator screeched. "So much for the Deathworlder myth." Another jeered. "Humans are weak without their machines." Vrexel lifted a massive foot and pressed it lightly against Morgan's chest, just enough to make the point. The champion raised his blades in victory, his mandibles flexing in amusement. "Yield," Vrexel commanded, his voice booming. "Your people are spared humiliation if you do." Morgan coughed, tasting blood. He heard the jeers raining down on him. Pathetic. Overhyped. A species that talks big and falls fast. The Galactic Council members observed in silence. They had invited this duel as a test. Humans wanted a seat at the table. The Thriss had demanded proof of strength. One duel, one champion, and it was ending in disgrace. Slowly, Morgan raised a hand, but not to surrender. He tapped a small rune at his wrist. Vrexel tilted his massive head. "What is that gesture? A plea? A prayer?" Morgan looked up, his eyes sharp despite the blood. He smiled. "No," he said hoarsely, "just starting the timer." The laughter faltered. Vrexel frowned. "Timer for what?" "For the part where you realize," Morgan said, his voice steadying, "that the duel already ended." The arena went quiet. Vrexel glanced down at his foot, then noticed something strange. The pressure sensors in his armor flickered. His energy blades dimmed for a split second. "What trick is this?" he growled, lifting his foot. The moment the pressure vanished, Morgan exhaled and collapsed flat on his back, arms spread wide, and then his suit activated. A dull thump echoed through the arena. Beneath the obsidian floor, something shifted. The runes pulsed not with ceremonial light, but with raw, white energy. Vrexel staggered as gravity lurched. What? Morgan's voice cut through the confusion, calm, almost conversational. "I lost on purpose." The stands exploded in chaos. Gravity in the arena spiked. Not crushing, not lethal, just enough. The Thriss champion's massive frame suddenly weighed twice what it should, then 3 times. His legs bent under the impossible strain. Morgan sat up, bloodied but grinning. "You see, champion, humans learned something early on. Strength isn't about hitting harder. It's about knowing when to fall." Vrexel roared and charged only to stumble, his blade scraping sparks as he collapsed to one knee. Morgan stood slowly, every movement deliberate. "With this floor, built by your engineers." But the council forgot to check who calibrated it. Councilors exchanged panicked looks. "You cheated," Vrexel snarled from the ground. Morgan shook his head. "No, I adapted. Big difference." With a gesture, he increased the field again just a notch. Vrexel's armor screamed as its servos strained. His blades powered down completely. In the stands, the mocking voices were gone. Only a stunned silence remained. Morgan walked forward and stopped just out of reach. He leaned close, speaking softly so only the champion could hear. "I didn't come here to win a duel," he said. "I came here to show you how humans fight wars." He straightened and addressed the entire arena. "We lose battles all the time," Morgan announced, his voice ringing with conviction. "Sometimes on purpose. Because while you're celebrating, we're learning, measuring, setting traps." He deactivated the field. Gravity snapped back to normal. Vrexel collapsed forward, gasping, utterly defeated. Morgan picked up his damaged saber and placed it between them. "I yield," Vrexel rasped. "By right of survival, the human wins." The arena sat stunned for 3 full seconds. Then the council chamber erupted not with laughter, but with something far more dangerous. Understanding later, as medics helped Morgan from the ring, one councillor whispered to another, their voice trembling. "He lost the duel." The other replied quietly, never taking their eyes off the human. "No," he said. "He showed us what losing means to humans." And for the first time in recorded history, the galaxy stopped laughing. Because now it understood. Humans didn't need to win the first fight. They only needed to survive it.